Welcome. Today, we're diving deep, and I mean really deep, into one of the most beautiful and frankly mysterious phrases in the entire Bible. It's a phrase that, on the surface, seems pretty simple, but let me tell you, it unlocks this profound secret about time, about the soul, and about what it really means to live a complete life.
So it all kicks off right here in Genesis. And Abraham and Sarah were old, coming into days. Now just pause on that for a second. That is such a strange way to put it, isn't it? I mean, we usually think of getting old as our days leaving us, as time just slipping through our fingers. But the text here says they were coming into their days. So what is that all about? Is it just some pretty poetry? Or is it a code for something much, much bigger? To figure it out, we're going to go on a journey. We're going to peel back the layers here. We'll start with the simple story, the basics. Then, we'll uncover a hidden clue in the language itself. From there, we'll get into the secret mechanics of time, the real engine room stuff. Then, we have to talk about Sarah's impossible laughter. And finally, we'll bring it all home and see what it means for us, how we can live into our own fullness. Okay, so let's get into it. On the surface level, what the sages call the pshat, the simple meaning, it's pretty straightforward. You've got this elderly couple, Abraham and Sarah, they're childless, and they are way, way past the age of having kids. And then they get this absolutely wild promise from the divine, you're going to have a son within the year. And right away, you've got this massive narrative tension. The promise flies in the face of the laws of nature. Biology, everything they've ever seen or experienced in the world, is screaming that this is impossible. And it's that very impossibility, that no-way factor, that's a huge signal to us. It's the story itself forcing us to look beyond the physical to go hunting for a deeper truth. So the key that unlocks this whole mystery is hidden in that very specific Hebrew phrase, ba'im bayamim, coming into days. This is so much more than a fancy way of saying they were getting on in years. The mystics teach us that this phrase is actually a precise technical term. It's describing a really profound spiritual state of being. Now, check out this contrast, because this is where everything flips. Our normal, everyday view of aging, it's all about subtraction, right? We lose time, we lose strength, our bodies weaken. It feels like a process of decay. But coming into days, well, that's a process of addition. It's about gaining something, about perfecting the soul. It's a process of completion. It suggests that every single day you live isn't lost to the past, it's actually accumulated, it's integrated, and it's perfected deep within your soul. So here it is, the mystical definition. According to Kabbalistic wisdom, especially from sources like the Zohar, each day of your life isn't just a 24-hour cycle. Think of it as a spiritual entity, a unique vessel designed to be filled with our experiences, our choices, our spiritual work. Coming into days, then, means that you have successfully filled every single one of your allotted vessels. You have lived out the absolute full potential of your time, and each of those fulfilled, glowing days has been woven into the very fabric of your being. Let's put a modern spin on it. Imagine your life is a massive video game. You've been playing for decades. You've beaten every level. You've done every single side quest. You've found every hidden treasure chest, and you've unlocked every achievement. The screen flashes 100% completion. The progress bar is totally full. The game is done. This was the spiritual state of Abraham and Sarah. They had done it all. Which, of course, brings up the ultimate question, what on earth happens after the game is already complete? So how does this actually work? To really get our heads around this incredible paradox, we've got to go to the deepest layer, the sod, the secret. This is where we look at the mystical engine, the cosmic mechanics of how time, the soul, and the divine all interact behind the scenes. I want you to just picture this for a moment. See Abraham and Sarah, their ancient faces lit up by the soft desert light. And all around them, almost like these layered, shimmering figures in the air, are the spirits of all their lived days. Every single one is a glowing, radiant vessel of light. And one by one, over a lifetime, they have settled into their beings, forming this complete, perfect mosaic of spiritual light. They aren't just old, they are full. They are literally luminous with the sum total of their lived experience. And the Kabbalistic texts, they map this out with incredible precision, like a divine flowchart. Here's how it works. Step 1, the source. Divine energy, this incredible light, flows from the upper Sephirot. Think of them as higher dimensions of reality. 2, the channel. This energy creates a day, a unique vessel or container for potential. 3, collection. A part of our soul, which is associated with the Sephirah of Yesod, acts like a channel, gathering up these days as we live them. And finally, 4, embodiment. Our physical self, our reality here on earth, associated with Malchut, fully embodies and integrates these fulfilled days. To be coming into days means that this entire spiritual circuit is 100% complete. Now, this whole process is part of a much bigger system, the 10 Sephirot, often called the Tree of Life. You can think of it as the divine blueprint for all of reality. So when we're talking about collecting and integrating days, this isn't just some nice metaphor. We're actually describing a technical process within a complete spiritual cosmology. It's like a kind of divine physics. Okay, for the engineers out there, let's put it in more technical terms. Think of a soul as a complex cosmic computer system. Abraham and Sarah have reached maximum capacity. Their lifetime data log, every single bit of information from every single day, has been compiled, processed, and perfectly integrated. All scheduled programs have been run to completion. The system is stable, it's whole, it's finished. By its own definition, it's at its logical end. It should be awaiting shutdown, not new input. And it's precisely at this moment of perfect fullness and completion, that the divine promise arrives. And this, of course, leads to Sarah's famous and often totally misunderstood laughter. You see, it wasn't just the laugh of an old woman hearing something silly. No. It was the laughter of profound cosmic astonishment. So we have to ask, why did she really laugh? The Zohar gives us this incredible insight. It wasn't simple doubt about her physical age. Her laughter came from this deep, intuitive understanding of her own spiritual state. She knew, maybe better than anyone, that she had come into all her days. Her data log was full. Her mission was complete. The book was closed. You can almost hear her thinking, my system is whole. I've integrated every potential that was ever given to me. There are no more empty vessels left to fill. How can you possibly start a brand new chapter, the chapter of motherhood, of all things, from a state of absolute, total completion? And the Zohar adds this other amazing layer, pointing out that the text says, after I had withered, I have had freshness. This implies her body was literally, physically renewed. So the paradox wasn't just spiritual, it was biological. A completely closed system was suddenly, impossibly, being rebooted and reopened. And this just brilliantly illustrates the tension. On one side, you have Teva, which is nature. It's the predictable system, right? A closed loop of cause and effect that's totally defined by all the data from the past. Abraham and Sarah had perfected their relationship with nature. But on the other side, you have Ness, a miracle. And what is a miracle? It's a new input. It's a packet of data from completely outside the system that doesn't follow any of the old rules. Sarah's laughter, that's the sound of these two realities colliding. It's the sound of a perfectly closed loop being blown wide open by pure, unexplainable potential. So, after all that, what does this ancient mystical concept mean for us, right here and right now? How do we take this cosmic drama and apply it to our own lives? Well, the big takeaway is a powerful, powerful reframing of our entire relationship with time itself. First, it means that every single day is a vessel. It's an opportunity not just to get through, but to fill with meaning, with consciousness, with purpose. Second, it teaches us that a fulfilled life isn't measured by its length, but by its fullness. It's about the quality of that integration, not just the quantity of years. Third, and this is the most mind-bending idea, true completion isn't always an end. In fact, reaching that state of fullness, whereby all natural logic things should be winding down, can be the very launchpad for a miracle, for something that comes from beyond nature. And finally, it's a real call to action. Live your days, embody them, integrate them, don't just pass through them. And so that leaves us with this one final question to really reflect on, a question that gets to the very heart of how we choose to live. As the clock ticks and the calendar pages turn, are you just getting older? Or like Abraham and Sarah, are you truly coming into your days? Thank you for joining us for this complete journey through the Pardes. We hope these ancient truths help you and your family improve your own dimensions this week. If you enjoyed this full chapter deep dive, please like, subscribe, and share which part of the journey touched your soul in the comments. We'll see you in the next chapter.